Okay, well, I was having a Zoom meeting. Well, I put in a request to have a Zoom meeting with the Indian dealership Amanda at St. Paul's, which is in Minnesota. I did say for me to give her a call, so that's what I'm doing. And I think I can remember how all these codes.
Thank you for calling Indian Motorcycle St. Paul, an official Lloyd's Garage location. To better assist you, please choose from the following menu. All of our horsepower addicts looking for service, please press 1. For sales, please press 2. PM. Happy riding, Indian family.
That's sweet. I don't know where I've pressed number 2. Anyway, while we're waiting for that, some more paperwork just came down the line.
St. Paul, from Lloyd's Garage. Is Steve, can I help you?
Yeah, hi. My name's Chris. I'm calling from Australia. I was wondering if Amanda is there.
Amanda, how can I help you?
Oh, hello, Amanda. It's Chris from Australia, Riding Fish's friend.
Hi, beautiful. How are you?
Good. How are you? So that's all. I just thought, if I swing by and if there's anybody, the Indian Bike Week thing starts on the Sunday, the next day.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Oh, you are adorable. I'm really pumped about it.
And
can I ask a small favor?
Yeah.
Can you shoot me an email
Yes.
with your address and your shirt size for me? I want to send you a little package beforehand.
What I'm talking to Indian Corporate about it doing in Sturgis, whether I do a presentation and a talk about the customisation and what I've done as one of those days that they're doing a customisation day or something. In any case, I'm waiting for Nick to tell me what day, what time, but I'm also doing stuff for the CHIP, the Biker Bells Day, so I'm one of the international guests for that day.
Tag Indiana St. Paul.
Yep.
I'll start sharing it to everybody, all the groups around here as well.
Oh, fabulous. Because for those that aren't going to Sturgis that want to sort of catch up with me in your area, it'd be great to use your dealership as a bit of a base.
Really went, and then up here, all the locals, they don't go to Sturgis, and then we go. So it's a weird,
weird.
Demographically.
Oh, okay. Well, they can
do it, I guess.
They can come and see me at your place on that Saturday then. All those people that don't.
They'll love it.
Yeah.
You're amazing. I can't wait. And if there's stuff along the way that you need, just let me know. I got you, girl.
Yeah.
Okay?
Thanks, Amanda. I mean, I might ask you at Sturgis, can you recommend any cool little accommodation in your area for that Saturday night somewhere? But that's...
Here, so downtown Hudson is beautiful.
Oh, right.
Stillwater is a really cool place. Stillwater is one of my favorites, and it's about 15 minutes from here.
Oh, perfect.
It's a downtown river walk. It's so cool. They have little biker antique places. There's a coffee shop with a guy who used to own a bunch of Indians. I love that area.
Oh, well.
You too,
Bye. Okay, well, that was very encouraging. Okay, I'm going to take this opportunity. I'm just going to do another quick little video to all the tank toppers because I am getting a lot of questions about how much, what do you have to do to ship your bike, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to go through the huge amount of paperwork that we've had to do and generally roughly round out the costs. All laid out on the floor here, and I'm going to step you through it. This might be boring for some, but the amount of people that want to know how much, what do you do? So just to clarify, going over from Australia to America, we got a 20-foot container. Steve Melquire, who's done this a number of times before, organised the container. He's in the container with his Harley Davidson and his motorbike camping trailer and our 2 bikes. So all up, a 20-foot container, about 4 bikes. That arrives in Seattle next week. That's been on the water allow for 6 weeks for shipping. And as an all-up cost, each of us have paid about $3,000 each. Okay, so just to show you here. First thing I did, of course, we sat down and we worked out where we're going to be over the 3 months, and we've done this plan probably half a dozen times. We're fine-tuning all the time, but that's on the website if you wanted to have a look at where we are. I've just colour-coded some things where we've already booked accommodation and things like that. Now, in this pack, all this is on the bike, but we're also travelling with it. I have just a cover sheet with pictures of my bike, and Damien's got exactly the same pack. I'm just going to show you the one. All the VIN numbers, what it is, and that's my riding there. Then you need your, a copy of your passport. You need the real thing, of course. Driver's license for ID. An ESTA to get into America. That's about $20 odd. Make sure you have a US address. They will accept hotel addresses, but because we're staying in Rapid City quite a while, and Paula and Bobby are letting us stay there, I've used their address. Obviously some cash, your passport, of course, and things like that. And this is the Canadian ETA. Now, I got the approval. You've totally scammed on this. You actually, if you're entering Canada by road as an Australian citizen, you don't need that at all. And if you do want to get one, they're only $7, but I went online and I paid $150 by some scammer. International driver's license. I don't know if anyone has ever looked. No one's ever asked me for one of those. That's about $40. Then we've got our booking confirmation form. Now, all that is from the freight company, and we used Shore Logistics, who organised the container to get on the correct boat to get into Seattle. Shore Logistics. Then you have your marine insurance. Now, that worked out to about $300 each, so all up about $600 for our 2 bikes. So I'm just going to talk on what it is per person. Marine insurance, so that's if the container falls off into the ocean. Our bikes are all covered. That was about it each. Then we've got motorcycle insurance while we're in America for the 3 months. You have to pay for the whole year. This is in American. So in Australia, it's about $3,000. But when we come back, we get refunded the months that we didn't use in the year. So you've just got to pay that up front and get a refund when you get back. So that covers any accidents on the road and things like that if we were at fault, all that sort of stuff, just like any other country. Then you've got your personal insurance. We went with Fast Cover. I did some research. I found them the best. That's per couple. That's $1,700. So, around, say, $800 each for personal insurance for 3 months. That's if we get sick or anything like that, we're covered. You have your COVID vaccination. They don't ask for it, I believe, nowadays, but I'm packing it anyway just in case. Now, all this paperwork. This is the letter asking for an EPA. That's to get our bikes into America. So that's an EPA. You've got to have a letter. You've got to mention all these sort of things, date of importation, the address known, what's it used for. Then you've got to attach your regio papers and so proof of ownership, I guess. And then once you send that in, you then get the approval. So that's what the approval looks like. I forget what that process costs, but it costs something. Not a lot. Then what came in today, this is a week and a half before we go, is a declaration of free entry. I've just done that this morning. There's no cost with these. Another declaration of the fact that, I don't know, there's so many declarations, and the EPA approval, which goes with that. So there's some more paperwork that came in today that we were all unaware of, but they're all done and they're all accepted. So that's just that stuff. And then over here, we've got internal flights, because when we get into LA, we got to then get an internal flight to Seattle. I've printed stuff up because I don't trust, if you can't get Wi-Fi, I don't want to have everything on the phone. That's accommodation. Normally our accommodation is through bookings.com because it keeps it all together, but with the Toronto accommodation we didn't. We had to apply for some passes, so going to the Sun Road pass. They only cost $2 each, and I did 2 applications because I wasn't sure when I was applying for that, because they only accept a certain amount of vehicles on the road. So I did that some time ago, and we were still fine-tuning. So I've captured a 6-day bracket just to make sure we get in. I hope that's the only road that requires that, because that's the only one we've done. And then finally, this document is getting back in Australia. Now, I did this and I was knocked back because the bikes were still in Australia. You can only do this once the bikes are no longer in Australia. So I just put down that they were in America. And so that was about a $40 process, and it took a little bit of mucking around. But we are using a company coming back who will do that normally for you. But I'd already gotten quite a way through the application, so I just did it. Good exercise. So there you go. That's the paperwork to get a bike to America. I'm going to show you next is what I've packed. The other things I collect too are, there's a mob from Australia going over, heavy duty. Brett Cross is taking a tour. He's just shared his itinerary with me, and we might be able to catch up in Surges and cross paths. So, you know, there's a whole forest here, isn't there? There you go, that's it. So let's look at what I have decided to pack for clothes. Okay, I have packed 3 or 4 times. Stuff comes out, stuff goes in. I'm pretty close to what I think I'm taking, which is not a lot, because I figure going to America, right? I mean, they do have things I can buy. So this is the bag I'm taking. It's just a duffel, it's a travel bag, it's waterproof, the whole thing. So this is just a thing I'm going to have on the back. It's got the Aussie flag. Okay, so in there I've just got a pair of thongs at the moment, a flag, belt, scarf. Okay, so this, I'm taking the helmet on the plane. That's hand luggage. Okay, so this here is swimming cozies, socks, undies, a couple of bras. That's it. That's my undergarments there. So down here now I have riding jeans and just sort of normal jeans. So when the riding jeans are being washed, I'll just wear those. Some branded t-shirts with, you know, the Barbering biker stuff. So there's a singlet and 2 long sleeve white ones because it's going to be hot, but I don't want my arms exposed and be burnt, and I want to be cool. So we've got that. 2 of those. So that's sort of branded stuff. I've got this camping shirt and pants that I will take in case it's so hot we just want to jump under a shower and ride wet. But we have just actually purchased some cooling vests, a couple of t-shirts, just a vesty thing if we're going out. Don't need that there. This is probably what I'm going to wear on the plane. Just a little going out top, another top. That's it. That is it. And I'll be wearing boots, because my riding jacket and leather vest and my riding boots are on the bike. So that's it. And then I've got just a little bum bag thing where I can put stuff. All these things are just, you know, that's my camera gear. Look, I've grabbed some souvenir stuff to fly around the place, and that's some of my barbering stuff, the clippers and everything. So that's it. I don't think it's a lot. Like, that won't be packed, that'll be worn. So that's it. That's all I am packing. Because when you think about it, we're only you know, in riding gear every day, and then we get in at night and it will just be, let's grab us some takeaway, go back to the hotel and download footage, and, you know, we're not going to be eating out fancy places and things like that. We will on occasion, for sure. But anyway, I'm going to put this together now. So this is episode number 4, and thank you to all the team. It's great for me to keep practicing the editing with this new program that I'm using, which I'm loving. And it also, when I send the email out to everybody, I do get about a dozen, not bounce backs, but just undeliverables. So I've got to resend them. And when I resend them, they come from my work email, which is chris@cmaa.asn.au. I don't know how to fix that, but at least you're getting them. And I don't know why they're bouncing back. Maybe there's a limit on how many. It's not that there's a lot, so that's not correct. Anyway, let's see how this goes. Thank you again for your support. And so definitely the next video is about getting on the plane, getting to Seattle, picking up the bikes, and that will be the next episode. And then it will start. I'll start giving shout outs to all the tank toppers. These ones are just sort of simple stuff, you know, just to keep you posted. Oh, it's so exciting. We're so close. We're a week and a half away now from leaving. Less.